Okay everyone, this time Fanime will tell you the spoilers for Swallowed Star Season 3. And this video is just footage or illustrations. Okay, let's get straight to it. Continuing the story in the previous last episode of Swallowed Star Season 2. In the deep sea, Luofeng and the other 5 rushed down. Luofeng had the cloud contact armor, and the other 5 had the black god set protecting their bodies, allowing them to head deep underwater. Luofeng, that swallowing monster is currently 1,200 meters below the surface. Won't we wake it up if we get too close? Will he not disturb you while you release your technique? Tripathy Singh couldn't help but ask. The other 4 also looked at Luofeng. Luofeng was the leader of this mission. After all, they didn't know what the secret technique was. Don't worry. With a thought, a liquid silver guard wearing black battle armor appeared beside them. The other 5 were shocked by the sudden appearance of the liquid silver guard. Just by looking at his face, they came to a conclusion. This wasn't a real human, and it was the person who saved Hong and Thunder God previously, a special robot. This is something I got from an ancient ruin, Luofeng said as he landed on the seabed, the 5 of them following. You ordered the autojet to come here, Luofeng said solemnly. Why? The other 5 people were shocked. The autojet was indeed capable of flying and going underwater, but why order it to come here? When I use this technique, you will die. I'll put your body on the autojet to get out of here. As for me, I will immediately start my fight with the swallowing monster. Luofeng said. The other 5 nodded when they heard this. They understood that in this battle, they were just sacrificial pawns, to allow Luofeng to grow extremely strong in a short time. And Luofeng could die without even leaving a body. Results. From high up in the sky, a jet car quickly headed towards the seabed, reaching extremely fast. Sit down, close your eyes, remember, don't resist, said Luofeng seriously. Understood. Mo Henderson, Esther, Tripathy Singh, Jia Yi and Sokolov, these 5 people looked at each other. Each of their faces had a strange smile, a smile that held the power to shake people's souls. The 5 sat cross-legged. 5, plus Luofeng, for a total of 6. They formed the points of the secret technique sacrifice ritual 6 blades. Let's start. Luofeng too closed his eyes. In his mind, there were a total of 3 mini-planets. In the middle, the mini-planet was the one that appeared when he reached Star Traveler level 1. The other 2 were respectively when he reached level 2 and 3. The 2 planets orbited in the middle, like the Earth that around the Sun. The one in the middle is the biggest. 3 mini-planets, all completely red. The 3 mini-planets emitted threads of red mist, filling the entire space in his consciousness. Void Tower. Blood Red Tower. The space within was vast like the universe. Luofeng's 3 mini-planets were within. Shoo, 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 shoo. 5 blood-red threads flew out of the Void Tower, leaving Luofeng's body. The strange thing was, in the physical world, these spirit threads were transparent. 5 spirit threads immediately entered the consciousness of Mo Henderson, Esther or Eastbourne, Tripathy Singh, Jia Yi and Sokolov. Nervous. 5 souls immediately began to sacrifice. Seabed, 6 men sat cross-legged. As the 5 souls started to burn, their bodies started to emit formless vibrations. A large amount of spirit energy, under Luofeng's precise control, started to follow the wave of less than 6 blades greater than into the center, Luofeng, and into his tower of consciousness, from the void. The 5 people's life force was decreasing rapidly. Luofeng's life force increased rapidly however. The 5 people who sacrificed themselves were all smiling. Europe, Paris base, huge screens hung on the streets. 6 people have stopped movement on the seabed. The one in the middle is Luofeng, his life force is the strongest. The next one is Eastbourne. The broadcast report echoed across the street. Gathered there were many European men and women, all glued to the screens. Their life force is decreasing. The life force of Mo Henderson, Eastbourne, Tripathy Singh, Jia Yi and Sokolov is decreasing rapidly. Luofeng's life force is increasing rapidly. On screen. Silhouettes representing 6, 5 of them quickly started to blur. Luofeng's silhouette continued to become clearer. Out of the blue, 5 silhouettes disappeared. It was clear the apparatus couldn't detect any more life force. Oh God. Many people on the streets couldn't help but cover their faces. They knew, once their life force disappeared, it would mean death. This is Mo Henderson's autojet. It has already gone into the sea. According to my sources, the autojet currently has 5 bodies on board: Mo Henderson, Eastbourne, Tripathy Singh, Jia Yi and Sokolov, these are the 5 heroes. They, for the sake of humanity, have sacrificed themselves. Please always remember them. Luofeng. Luofeng is heading towards the swallowing monster. The voices started to become tense and nervous. On the screen, the life force representing Luofeng quickly headed deeper, closing in with the signal of an incomparable swallowing monster. Let's pray. Pray that Luofeng emerges victorious. On the streets, everyone holds their hands to their chests, looking at the screens. At that time, many people around the world were praying, hoping, victory is coming. Rock layers beneath the seabed. Luofeng quickly headed downstairs. 800 meters, 600 meters, 400 meters, 300 meters. Babata continuously reported the distance between Luofeng and the swallowing monster, 200 m. Luofeng fiercely stopped. The surrounding rock layers broke. Golden-horned beast, die. Luofeng's pupils were fierce and shining. In his consciousness, the enormous Tower of the Void, 2 mini-planets orbited around the central planet, suddenly. Roar. Rumble rumble. The 3 mini-planets suddenly became balls of fire. Properly speaking, it was a large amount of red mist that came out of the mini-planets, entering the Void Tower. The power that was originally gathered from 5 powerful warriors made the extremely dazzling Void Tower start to rotate fiercely. Endless rotation. This made the entire Void Tower look like a blur, the tip of the pagoda suddenly producing dazzling sparkling spots. Years of hard work, all gone. Inside the wrist cuff room, Babata sat on a chair, shaking his head. I hope to be like Hong and the God of Thunder. At least maintain some sort of foundation and enter a coma afterward. At least that way, he wouldn't die. Luofeng could feel himself getting weaker. Go away. Who? A Tower of the Void that was invisible to the naked eye spun to form a cone, drilling past a distance of 200 meters, in an instant heading straight for the golden-horned beast's body. Roar. The angry beast roared. Nervous. The rock layers around him exploded violently. Luofeng could see the furious golden-horned beast. Its dark gold pupils were staring angrily at him. However, Shua, 2 liquid silver guards protected Luofeng's body. It was conscious, not in his head. Luofeng's expression changed. The Tower of the Void had broken through the beast's head. There was no soul there. Luofeng finally understood. Why exploding its head didn't kill it. It was because this golden-horned beast, different from humans, and also from other monsters, its consciousness, soul was not in the head part. At that moment, the Tower of Void quickly descended down the neck, entering the interior of the golden-horned beast's body. Who? The Tower of the Void swept everything away. Into the Void Tower formed from spirit energy, flesh and blood had no way to stop it. Here, inside the golden-horned beast's body, there was actually something emitting golden light, about 20 centimeters or so in size, a transparent crystal ball. The crystal ball had countless complex golden engravings. These engravings radiated golden rays of light. When Luofeng's Void Tower passed by, he felt a strong resistance. The soul is within. Nervous, the rotating Void Tower hit the crystal ball heavily. Roar. Roar. The golden-horned beast roared within the rock layer. Its scaled wings were extremely sharp. They became 2 huge swords. Its claws were faster and sharper, its tail, very strong. At that time, they all ferociously attacked Luofeng's body. 2 guardians of molten silver gave their all in defense. Not good, the spiritual defense is too strong. Luofeng's expression changed. Luofeng's expression suddenly became evil, gritting his teeth. I will give my best. Roar. Rumble rumble. 3 mini-planets visible to the naked eye flew out of Luofeng's consciousness. Rumble. Luofeng's consciousness left its foundation, immediately, starting to crumble. No. Luofeng, no. Inside the cuff room, Babata was pale from shock. Hong and Thunder God might have used soul immolation, but they never let their souls leave their bodies. Luofeng had actually given up his physical body, imbuing his entire soul into the Tower of Emptiness. In this way, it was akin to having no way out afterward. This way, his attack would definitely be the strongest. However, even if he succeeded, his original body consciousness would be destroyed. He could not return. Dead, die, die. Luofeng's will had unmatched mightiness and madness. His entire soul had merged with the Tower of the Void. The Tower of the Void had become a sharp cone, stabbing wildly towards the golden crystal ball filled with golden engravings that radiated countless golden lights, and the 3 mini-planets of the Void Tower were burning and constantly consuming. getting smaller as time went by. Why isn't it broken? Why don't you ruin it? Luofeng was very worried. The golden-horned beast painfully hit its head, fiercely hitting the rock layer at the side. Its soul was attacked, causing immeasurable pain. Several hours earlier, his soul had just received severe damage, and now this human's attack is no weaker than the previous attack. Rest. Luofeng was going crazy. He is not afraid of death, just afraid of failure. Inside the Tower of the Void, the 3 mini-spirit planets were shrinking rapidly. Puff, puff, the 2 smaller planets had shrunk into nothingness. All that was left was the central spirit planet. The size is only 1/3 of what it was before. This blood-red spirit planet was also constantly burning, pushing large amounts of spirit energy into the Void Tower. Sacrifice, sacrifice, smaller and smaller. Luofeng could feel his consciousness slowly becoming blurry. He understood. He's dying. Kill, kill, kill. Zhongnan Base, Yangzhou City streets. An old man with a head full of white, crying a hungry baby. At this time, everyone on the street was nervously looking at the screen. Among them was Wei Wen. He was probably the most nervous. Luofeng, Luofeng, my brother, you must live, keep living. On screen, the life force signal representing Luofeng was already mixed with the swallowing monster's life force. Clearly they were involved in the battle. Hold your breath. The whole world is holding its breath right now. Nervous. The 2 forces clashed fiercely against each other, seeming much stronger all of a sudden. It was almost like a star exploding before dying. Quick. Quick drop. Life force is decreasing, decreasing, decreasing rapidly. The voice finally spoke from the screen. There is no way to determine whose life force it is. The 2 are mixed. Still declining. Wei Wen watched with wide eyes. Nervously watching as well were Xu Xin, Luo Hongguo, Gong Xinlan, Luo Hua and the others. Everyone on Earth is so nervous. On the screen, the life force signal was rapidly decreasing, getting weaker and weaker. Whoosh, they are completely gone. The signal representing life force on the screen had disappeared completely. Be it Luofeng, or the swallowing monster, both had disappeared completely. 1 second, 2 seconds, 3 seconds, is dead? Luofeng and the swallowing monster both died? Everyone on Earth had seen it happen before. Swallowing monsters had come back to life before. Hence, anxiety and nervousness. 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. The devouring monster's life force didn't reappear, and neither did Luofeng. There is silence all over the world. Time in China, afternoon 4:10 p.m., 3 warriors of humanity's star explorers dived into the deep sea, discovering the giant body of the swallowing monster. However, they had no way to penetrate its scales. The news spread around the world. The whole world exploded in joy. The swallowing monster is dead, absolutely dead. Let's remember their names. Hong, God of Thunder, Mo Henderson, Eastbourne, Tripathy Singh, Jia Yi, Sokolov, and Luofeng. They are the ones who saved the entire human race. They are the ones who give us hope. It's like myths and legends. Only through hardship and pain will humanity gain a new flame, the gods and creators, giving humanity a place to survive and live. Dan Hong, Diwa Peter, Mo Henderson, Eastbourne, Tripathy Singh, Jia Yi, Sokolov, Dan Luofeng. They give us hope to survive. We will always remember their 8 names. The oldest of them is 89 years old, the youngest is only 22. Afternoon 4:25 p.m., a large number of monsters gathered around that sea area, including Emperor-class monsters. This made humans immediately retreat, unable to enter the seabed. Night fell, the whole world. The sea creatures that were originally attacking the base madly, all retreated quickly. When the sun rises the next day, Earth has regained its former peace. The history of mankind has begun a new chapter.